Call Holayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of great millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan. And this, what you're looking at, is not biblical for the alliance of the righteous and the wicked to come together. Okay, you're looking at spiritual Babylon and the bastards who've come together because they're of one nation, Edom. All right, the name of this will be Tell It Like It Is. I'm going to try to stick to the verses and let Edom be Edom. Okay, because I don't want a copy strike on this, and I got a lot of videos to go through where they're just, hey, once again, tell it like it is. So I don't want my words to lead to any strikes, but all of this information came from YouTube, so don't fucking hate on me, YouTube. This is the book of Psalms 64 and verse 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, our mighty King David, a mighty warrior, a song composer, the King of Israel, you name it, behind Yahweh Shai. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve me, preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. And now, by now, 2024, you should know, 2025, we should know who this enemy is. Okay, the fangs are out. All right, Edom, okay? The self-proclaimed white man. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrections of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Now, okay, keep up, DJ Trump. Every time he's opening his mouth, tariff this, tariff that. Ben Jew, you not. Ben not a Jew. Genocidal talk. Okay? And once again, we'll let them be the proof of that. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Okay, and that perfect is the election of Yahweh Bashim al-Shah, which will obviously be the enemy to the elite of the wicked. Okay? They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of lying snares. Privately they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquity and accomplish a diligent search. Both their inward thoughts of every one of them and their heart, their mind is deep. Okay, they, once again, we know they do these search tanks. They pay for them. They set them up. Laboratories built for not the research of what's good, but the research of what's evil. Okay, laboratories built on just plain out evil. Okay, funded by the normal person's money, by the tax money. Okay, but Yahweh Bashim Shai shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded, and that arrow starts off with that ICBMs. Okay, and along with all the plagues that he will send. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee. And that's what we're focusing on today. So they should make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee. Let's get it. Fair use, 107, fair use. Under section 107, the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, okay, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. All right, this is not for this is not for sales purposes. This is not for sale. This is strictly for educational purposes, and more importantly, I pray you be edified.
With the idea that we're not giving them everything, right? And we give them pretty much everything, but they want to make sure they're getting everything, literally everything. For example, when the F-35 came out, they were the first ones to say, we want the F-35. And so we said, okay, we'll give you the F-35. So we just barely degraded the avionics. Okay, and we called it the F-35I for Israel. And the reason why we did that is because we don't want anybody to have exactly the avionics that we have in case, what happens if one of these crashes in Russian territory and the Russians reverse engineer it, now they have the F-35. They said, no, we want your F-35, the same F-35 that you have. And we're like, no, we're not giving it to you. Well, they're trying to steal the avionics for the F-35 because we wouldn't turn it over. It's very typical of what the Israelis do. And then, at the same time, they smile and they thank you, and our friendship is forever. The Israelis are...
Hamas has not been defeated, and there will be resistance as long as there is the structural violence of occupation and apartheid. It is that simple. When an ambassador of a state stands at a UN podium with a little shredding machine and shreds the UN Charter, that's a gimmick. But when a state like Israel conducts itself in ways that render the Charter meaningless and which assault those conventions, including on genocide, rights, norms and laws that this body holds dear, then that is a challenge that cannot be allowed to pass. It is the kind of affront which decades ago led to apartheid South Africa being suspended from active participation at the UN. Hamas has not been defeated. Hamas has not been defeated.
It has to be reinforced. The biggest misinformation that we have in our region is that not so many people are relating Israel existence to the 3,000 years old of history. They are considering Israel as a white European imperialist project. The Jews are foreign colonialists from Europe, not indigenous people who lived in this region for very long, not are the people who the prophets and kings that we revere and honor are their ancestors. We don't have, we keep disconnecting that. So yeah, and I always say that.
So in layman's terms, to put it in, to make it make sense, what this Saudi is telling you is that they're not the so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, the true children of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, okay, who this world refers to as Israel, Yasharallah. All right, matter of fact, I'm going to get who they are right now. This is the book of Zechariah 9:6. And a bastard shall dwell in Astra, an illegitimate child, okay? A bastard. Let's see if I still had that up. It's been a mess. Here we go. Bastard has multiple meanings, including a derogatory term for a child born to an unmarried parent, an insult term for a person, or a term for something that is not genuine. Okay, there you have it. They're bastards. Okay, they're not the genuine people, and he just told you that. So once again, Zechariah 9:6, and a bastard, non-genuine child, okay, shall dwell in Astrok, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines, which the Philistines don't live there. The Palestinians are of Ishmael and Elam, the Philistines of Ham, okay? But the bastards still dwell there. And also it goes in the most mixed multitude, which, if you want to be honest, the Philistines, the Palestinians don't own that land anymore than the bastard, Amalek. Okay, that land is truly belongs to us, but we won't return there until Yahweh Shai has purified it, has sanitized it with those ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles, and the high concentrated lasers coming from the chariots. Okay, and then will we return to the land that belongs to us, not the bastard. All right.
In Israel, they want war everywhere for a lot of reasons. But the president's job, from my point of view of American interest and the world interest and this region's interest, everybody's interest, no more war. Stop this now.
I would note that for a good part of the presidential campaign, the deep state was telling the candidate Donald Trump that the state of Iran is trying to kill you, which as far as I know was totally untrue. But they were telling him that in order to prepare him to attack Iran, which they're still trying to do. So we know that this kind of deception is just a feature of it.
He, I think, understands that all of Netanyahu's pleading for the U.S. to go to war with Iran is just the
make them fall in line like a rabid dog. This is, we are going to force peace on you, and I don't give a fuck what you have to say about it. The solutions are simple. Cut off the money, cut off the weapons, arrest the war criminals, sanction the top officials, force a deal on them, and if they make a peep, then rain holy hell on them. Let's be honest, if this was a government that was an official state enemy of the United States of America, do you have any idea how long ago we would have done the regime change? How fast we would have had boots on the ground and drones in the air and planes in the air bombing the shit out of the... Do you have any idea how fast that would have happened? If this was an official U.S. enemy state, it would have been like this would have been done a week into the genocide. They would have been toast. But since they're our ally, they get away with whatever the fuck they want. And they're so high on their own supply, and they're so cocky and arrogant that this is just a day that ends in Y. This is a random Tuesday for Israeli officials, openly saying bomb the food. Openly saying bomb the food. As if that's a thing. As if, and like any one of our enemy states, if they said that, oh my God, it would be, you'd never hear the end of it. You'd never hear the end of it. So
Okay. So like I said, I want them to do the talking in this so I don't say the wrong thing. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, starting at verse 1. Okay. And I will stand upon my watch and set upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushai answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables that he may runneth, that readeth it. Okay. Give them warning, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but the end it shall speak, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Okay. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not Salakia, upright in him, but the just shall live by faith, by his faith. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine. What is that wine? His philosophy, his rule, his draconian rulership. Would once again, what is Ben Juyu not doing? Moving the goalposts of law, of international law, till we can do whatever the fuck we want to, and you're gonna accept it. Aided by who? Spiritual Babylon, who keeps thinking they can rewrite the laws of the land too as well. Okay, so that's that wine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Do any of these nations that I showed you on that flag keepeth at home? Both of these nations are right now affiliated and trying to steal land grabs that don't belong to them. Okay, so these verses are playing out as we speak. These are not ancient verses; they are playing out right today. This is Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell and is death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting parable against him, and say, woe, destruction, chaos to him that increaseth that which is not his? And are these other nations not coming to that conclusion as we speak? How long? And to him that laddeth himself with thick clay. What is that thick clay? Debt. What is United States of America's debt? 34 trillion. Supposedly paid off one. And the due date is done. That was last year. Okay, in 2024, the due date was over. So, we're just, hey, that fiat is just floating along until they're ready to pull the cord. Okay. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? Okay. Cause them sorrow and pain, and thou shalt be for booties, doormats unto them, meaning downtrodden. Okay. Because thou hast spoiled many nations. all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of man's blood, for the violence of the land, of all the land, okay, of the city and of all that dwelleth therein. Woe to him that covereth an evil coverness to his house, that he may set his nest on high. Who is that? Once again, Edom. Okay, not just the United States of America, but all Edomites partook in place in this so-called space adventure. And you got USSR; they had their so-called ambitions of space travel, which is all a lie. Okay, but they've all set their nest on high. Okay, that they may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consorted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and has sinned against thy soul. Okay, Slovakia. This is the book of First Thessalonians 5:1. But the times and the season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai shall come as a thief in the night. So there is no calendar appointed date. You just got to be aware and you got to be in the know. And that's a gift from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. For this is the point right here, verse 3, First Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then suddenly destruction shall come upon them as travaileth upon a woman with child. So as a woman giving those birth pains, and you've heard that before because that's exactly what this is compared to. Yahweh Shai is coming back and bringing in pain. Okay, to right that which has been wrong. He's bringing judgment. Okay, and they shall not escape. All right, and who is they? The wicked shall not escape.
You need to sanction them and you need to force a deal on them. Force a deal on them. But of course, this government, and let's understand why. It's not like ideological from Trump. He doesn't give a shit about Israel. But the corruption brought us to this place. Sheldon Adelson gave him $200 million in his first term, big pro-Israel donor. Now Miriam Adelson gave him $100 million for this campaign. And the quid pro quo is, you're also going to let Israel steal the entire West Bank. You're going to let Israel annex the West Bank. And he's going to do that. He's going to finish the genocide in Gaza. He's going to steal that land as he says he's going to do. He's going to hand it over to Israel. And again, he was paid for all of this. And my guess is he also has other business deals that we're not privy to at the moment. In the same way that, say, Jared Kushner got $2 billion from Saudi Arabia, and he's basically a puppet of that government. In the same way Trump probably took over $1 billion from Saudi Arabia. We don't know. Could be tens of millions, could be hundreds of millions, could be over $1 billion. But Trump took a tremendous amount of money from Saudi Arabia. He's their puppet as well. I'm sure there's some behind-the-scenes business dealings with Israel that we don't even know the specifics beyond just the Miriam Adelson money. And that's why you have a U.S. president tweeting AI slop videos of the United States stealing and owning Gaza, building casinos and hotels, ethnically cleansing the region, and building golden statues to Trump in the middle of a public square in Gaza on Palestinian land. So, guys, let's remember how we got here. And every single one of these comments that you're about to hear should have been a giant red flag to you. Like, oh, this is different. What we're witnessing here is different. This is a throwback to the 1940s. The aid.
Okay. So I'm saying, that they're following on their own tongue and they have no choice. This is back to Second Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5, which I already pulled. Ye also, because he transgressed by wine. Once again, the wicked draconian rulership. He is a proud man. Pride goeth before destruction. Neither keepeth at home. Who enlarges his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heap up unto him all people. Okay? There's nothing good about this wicked man. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is just pulling back the layers of his wickedness so it could be televised like he said it would be. It is going to be put on blast. He's going to let the whole nation know who the man of perdition, meaning the man of wickedness is, okay? And Jacob, you could be wicked, but you're not this wicked, all right? Your wicked problems will be taken care of by the belt of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, okay? Isaiah 33 and 1. Woe unto them that spoileth, and thou was not spoiled, okay? That dealeth treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to dealing treacherously, thou shalt deal treacherously with thee. Now, once again, that's a promise. So all you Hoti, spiritual, Babylonian, spiritual Egyptians that think that this place will never taste defeat, you're wrong. Because once again, the scriptures say, though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall come. And it won't, the vision won't lie. Okay? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has appointed this destruction and this judgment to come to Edom and to the other nations, but mainly to Edom.
And you need to the aid. You need to
Yeah.
the aid. You need to sanction them, and you need to force a deal on them. Force a deal on them. But of course, this government, and let's understand.
Okay, so Lakia.
Right now, as far as cutting out those jobs, a huge percentage of those people, and I know you care about the veterans, are veterans.
Yes.
And that is a damn shame.
Yes. Yeah.
That is a damn shame.
I'm not a Democrat, but I'm worried about the veterans, man.
Well, I yielded to one of my elders, and I appreciate his comments. I think it's a great. I'm not gonna. We don't have time for everyone to stand up. I do got 2 more commitments today. Appreciate everybody making the drive out, and God bless America. Thank you.
This has been taking place across the United States of America. This is MAGA, mad at MAGA. Okay, these representatives are liars, and they did, the MAGA didn't want any immigrants here. Not these immigrants, not Elon Musk's immigrants. Now they're seeing that they've been portrayed, okay? So you could turn on to your Fox Newses and whatnot, and they're going to say, oh, the Democrats are posing as MAGA. They're not. The Democrats are not going to Republican townhomes and cussing them out. That's MAGA. You see the guy over there had a red hat on. Okay. You see the age of these people. These are people who signed up for Trump, and now they're upset. So that leads me directly to this Bible verse. Because once again, it's coming. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition. What is sedition? Sedition is going after the leaders, starting with your presidents, your governors, your mayors, your politicians. Sedition is not just a riot, a street riot. Sedition is not a gang fight. Okay, this is going directly at the head honchos. So there should be a sedition amongst men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Once again, who are today's modern day kings and princes? Your senators, your politicians, okay? Governors, all right? And the course of their actions shall stand in their power, okay? These people are going to be angry. A man shall desire to go into another city and shall not be able. That martial law, which is going to take place as direct consequences to the sedition, will lead to the martial law. Okay. All right. So this is the conditions that the stage that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua himself is setting up right now. Okay. Once again, this is MAGA crowd.
Right now, as far as cutting out those jobs, a huge percentage of those people, and I know you care about the veterans, are veterans.
Yes.
And that is a damn shame.
Yes. Yeah.
That is a damn shame.
I'm not a Democrat, but I'm worried about the veterans, man.
Well, I yielded to one of my elders, and I appreciate his comments.
And hey, This is where what the scriptures mean by he transgressed by wine. He's out here to destroy everything, even his own. Okay? Nothing safe from the hand of Edom, Esau, the wicked, unless you be of Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And even then he said, be faithful to death and you will receive a crown.
I think it's a great, I'm not going to, we don't have time for everyone to stand up. I do got 2 more commitments today. Appreciate everybody making the drive out, and God bless America. Thank you.
The wicked.
And in what we're about to hear should have been a giant red flag to you. Like, oh, this is different. What we're witnessing here is different. This is a throwback to the 1940s. That's what this is. So here's just some of the genocidal comments from Israeli government officials and top Israelis.
זכור את אשר עשה לך עמלק נצטווינו. אנו זוכרים ואנו...
This is the part about Amalek, the quote about Amalek. You must remember what Amalek has done to you. And in the biblical story of Amalek, you end up slaughtering all of them. The innocent people, even their animals. This is the story of Amalek. And in what we're about to hear should have been a giant red flag to you. Like, oh, this is different. What we're witnessing here is different. This is a throwback to the 1940s. That's what this is. So here's just some of the genocidal comments from Israeli government officials and top Israelis.
זכור את אשר עשה לך עמלק נצטווינו. אנו זוכרים ואנו...
This is the part about Amalek, the quote about Amalek. You must remember what Amalek has done to you. And in Israel has imposed a total blockade on Gaza.
هناك إسرائيليون يعني وصفوا الفلسطينيين في غزة وصفوهم بأنهم حيوانات بل أقل من حيوانات.
أنا لا أسويهم بالحيوانات لأن هذا تحقير.
I would not equate Palestinians with animals because that is an insult to animals, this man says.
بالحيوانات.
Let's get it. I've heard that before. This is the book of Psalms. Salakia. Psalms 53, 58, and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Okay? That's what both of them were doing. They know who they are. They know who the hell they are. They know who they are. Okay? I'm going to read this again. Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Okay? So, I mean, hey, this is we've been given the pure playbook of this wicked man. Now I'm going to go over to Revelations 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Okay, but hey, actually, I should have stayed at Psalm. Let's go back because this pertains right to that. Psalms 58 and 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf otter that stoppeth her ear. So actually, they can't hear. They can't rational with reality. They can't reason with reality because they was born to be the liar. They was born to be this. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. They can't help it. So, okay. So what I'm about to read right now is Revelations 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Well, we was just explaining to that they don't. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And didn't I say that? We're going to need that because the devil tells you this man is about to come down having great wrath, seeing that he only has but a little time. Okay. All right.
Of Israeli society. For years, I've been reading in the pages of the Israeli liberal press that Netanyahu's finished, Netanyahu will be out, but he keeps coming back. He keeps coming back, like that old camp song, The Cat Came Back. He wouldn't go away. Why does he keep coming back? It's a very simple reason. Netanyahu is an obnoxious, narcissistic Jewish supremacist. Let me repeat that, an obnoxious, narcissistic Jewish supremacist. And in that respect, he's the perfect mirror of Israeli society. When they see Netanyahu, they see themselves, and that's why they vote for him.
Okay, gentlemen.
A Roman.
And that's
The
why the
perfect
scriptures say,
mirror of
and that's why the scriptures say the least of the flock shall draw them out. They're a bunch of top dog narcissists. They run it. They don't even give a damn about their own. Now, I pray that this has been edifying. We're going to conclude this lesson on the book of Exodus, chapter 17, verse, okay, verse 14, Salakia. Okay, Exodus 17 and 14. And Yahweh Bashim Shai said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out of the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And that has not yet happened, okay? But it will, vocab, and you will be part of it, okay? As we believe. And Moses built an altar and called the altar Yahweh Nessi. We know it's not Jehovah, Yahweh Nessi. For he said, because Yahweh Bashim Shah has sworn that Yahweh Bahashim Shah will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Okay? So that is a promise. And more than ever, we're going to see this war come to a conclude when our Lord Savior, Yahweh Shai, and the hosts, the angels, the armies come down and those chariots, okay, along with all the plagues that he's already sent. Okay, he's gonna have these people whacking each other. He's gonna have Jake putting in work on them, but the main thing is Yahweh Shai and the host of armies is gonna finish it. And some of that army being the ICBMs, the intercontinental ballistic missiles. But Yahweh Shai, I know, and those angels are going to put in physical work as well. And with that, this has been Tell It Like It Is. I pray that this was edifying. Shalom.